So obviously we have a couple games on the slate. We're going to start off with the Lions in Tampa Bay. They play the earlier window slot over this weekend. I'm super excited about my boy Baker. If you did not see my rant on the Bird app, aka X or Twitter, whatever you're calling it these days, be sure to check that out at Big Bang Theory. I had to let these folks know, man. This man Baker Mayfield won a playoff game. Has 2 playoff wins with 2 different teams. The Browns are at home. They haven't won in a long time, right? Baker was left for dead, and he's balling. I mean, he surely is. I mean, he lit up the Eagles. Obviously, the Eagles don't have the best secondary, but he lit them up and is playing really good football. I mean, I know you guys see the clips going out on Twitter. He's playing football at such a high level that his teams and his fans and his teammates are, they're really bought in, and Baker's really bought in, and he's playing good football. You can tell he's loving it. You can tell he's enthusiastic. You can tell he's happy about it. You can also just see when he's healthy, his arm is strong and he's talented. And all the critics, I saw this one take where someone said he didn't even have a top 64 arm in the NFL. You know how stupid you are to say that? Like, I'm sorry, but this is why we do the new media, because there's people on ESPN, on Fox, just saying stuff that's literally false, literally not true. Terrible takes. They need to be called out. Simple. But anyways, yes, we're going to be talking about the Lions versus Tampa Bay. Shout out to the Lions for winning their first home playoff game in 30 years. That was huge for that city. Dan Campbell has them playing really good football, man. And obviously the Lions have a ton of weapons. That blue jersey is kind of hard to look at. I'm not going to lie, on the field. But you have Jared Goff, who played really good, efficient, clean football. Jahmyr Gibbs, David Montgomery, Amon-Ra Brown. Laporta is still a little banged up, but hopefully they get him back. Reynolds had a really good game against the Rams in that game, and the defense played really well, especially against the run. Again, for the Lions, everything's set up for them. They're hosting another playoff game in Detroit, so it's going to be raucous. It's going to be loud, and Tampa Bay is going to have to take this show on the road, right? I do think Baker and them have the confidence, and I do think the team is playing at an extremely high level. I think the defense with Winfield, finally getting his credibility as an All-Pro. Obviously, he didn't make the Pro Bowl, but he is getting his credibility, and he's shown the way he's playing the game right now. He's playing at an extremely high level. I think the defense is also getting really healthy at the right time. Vita Vea, their linebacker cores, all of that. Everyone's just performing at a high level. So I'm super excited for these guys. I'm super excited for Baker. He's obviously has a connection with Mike Evans, Godwin, Parker, and then obviously the running back White. They're all just really, really playing good football. And I'm really excited for this game, man. I really think it should be an explosive, high-scoring game. Kind of like the Rams-Lions game, a good football game all the way to the end. But you know how I'm rocking with, man? I'm rocking with Baker, man. Something about him when he's the underdog. I mean, you could just tell how much that win meant for, you could just tell how much that win meant for him against the Philadelphia Eagles and how well he performed and played. And just, obviously he knows he probably secured himself a contract long-term with Tampa, but, keep going, man. Go all the way. I'm rooting for you. You're my guy. I've been holding it down since you got drafted by the Browns and since all the turmoil, since you were in the 3-point stance against the Carolina Panthers. ATX legend. So I'm rocking with the dog Baker, man, and I'm picking the Bucs in this game. But I'm hoping it's a really good game. There's a ton of good weapons on both sides of the ball. If you're a betting man, you like points, I think you could cook up a nice little 6-man slip for this game. All right, so now we have the Packers versus the 49ers. They play Saturday at 7:15. Some storylines in this game. Jordan Love, I think personally, is a better quarterback talent-wise. Now, obviously, you guys can talk about Brock Purdy, this, that, and the third, but Jordan Love, with him sitting behind Aaron Rodgers, now he's in Matt LaFleur's system, and Matt LaFleur is really executing the system at such a high level. He's running the system to the T, and Jordan Love is, he's prospering in it, right? Obviously, he played really well against the Dallas Cowboys. I'm sorry, Cowboys fans, I know the game was tough, but, he lit them up. There was also guys running wide open, and just, there's a lot of bust from a defensive standpoint, but the Packers look good, man. They really do. And I think with their performance against Dallas, that also puts in perspective how they're going to play against San Fran coming up this game. Now, San Fran, they are at home. They are favored. They are the better team on paper. But for me, with San Fran is obviously Brock Purdy's been playing well all year. But Cam Newton, he was having a field day. Talking about game managers, talking about Dak Prescott's, talking about Tua, talking about Brock Purdy, talking about all these guys, right? So now when I look at Brock Purdy, I'm like, is he more talented than Jordan Love? No. Is his team better? Absolutely. Now this kind of just factors down to the QB play. If Brock Purdy makes that mistake because of his talent level or just how he plays, that could really be the determining factor in this game. We're going to go into a little metrics about this game. Versus the 49ers defense, Jordan Love. Against Dallas, Jordan Love was 5 for 7 for 152 yards and 2 touchdowns while under pressure. So obviously, if you blitz this guy, he's very efficient. He knows where to go with the football, and he can hit his targets and pick his spots. 49ers also have Chase Young and Nick Bosa, so I do think they will cause some kind of havoc getting after him because, you know, they are cheating. They have that super team over there. But like I said, he's very efficient, obviously, against Micah Parsons and Lawrence and all those guys. He was able to, you know, do what he needed to do. Two great dynamic running backs. You have Aaron Jones and Christian McCaffrey. Aaron Jones versus Dallas, he had 21 attempts for 118 yards and 3 touchdowns. Now every time he plays Dallas, he does kill them and light them up. So this game could be an anomaly, but he is a good running back. He's also healthy for the first time in a while. So look for him to have some kind of impact of significance. I don't think he'll go that crazy on the 49ers, but I could look for him having some kind of significance. Now, Christian McCaffrey, if you guys haven't watched our Prize Picks Parlay segment, we have this slip in there. I would take his receiving yards, right? Because the reason why we were taking his receiving yards are the Packers are 27th in yards given up against running backs. Obviously, like, he's wide open, you know. He's a good running back. He's the best running back in the NFL. They do like to get him the ball on screens, little checkdowns, little swing routes, little Texas routes, all the routes for the running back, right? But like I said, the Packers are 27 in yards given up against the running back. If I'm Kyle Shanahan and them, I would like to exploit that and you know, try to find creative ways not only to give McCaffrey the ball in the run game but in the pass game as well. I think this game should be a ton of points. Purdy is at the controls of a hyper-talented 49ers unit that includes Brandon Ayuk, Deebo Samuel, George Kittle, Christian McCaffrey, and one of the best offensive lines and offensive-minded coaches in the NFL. And they also have a jack-of-all-trades utility weapon, Kyle Juszczyk, at the fullback at the H-back position, right? So, and on paper, this team is equipped to just expose the Packers defense. Jordan Love, if he continues playing this level of excellent football, it could potentially give the 49ers fits and keep his defense out of the game, which might be instrumental to the Packers' upset hopes. Now, Purdy and Love have been to two of the NFL's most efficient. Purdy and Love have been two of the NFL's most efficient quarterbacks while under pressure. Per Pro Football Focus, Purdy's averaging 8.7 yards per attempt when under pressure. Love ranks number 2 at 8 yards per attempt in similar situations. So you blitz these quarterbacks, they will throw into the blitz and they will find the right guy and they will expose you. So you got to be careful with these two quarterbacks and pick and choose your spots when you really want to get after them and cause havoc. If the Packers can cause havoc by being efficient with the football and scoring a lot of points, they can keep their liability of a defense off the field. So obviously in the Dallas game, the Packers took the ball first. They marched it down the field. They scored. They actually took, in my opinion, a lot of time off the clock in that first drive, good 6 minutes and some change. And yeah, I mean, you could put a team like Packer or like 49ers in chase mode. You make them have to, you know, score with you if you score first, you know, and you maybe get a stop or so, and you're able to continue to put that pressure, you know, that could play in the Packers' favor. So, but yeah, that'll do it for your boy Cam at Opinionated Sports. If you guys like this video, and be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. You can find us everywhere on Instagram, TikTok, and obviously on this YouTube channel. If you guys have any feedback for this video, please let us know in the comments below. Thank you for the feedback as well and the support on the wildcard videos. They both did really well. So we're hoping we can eclipse that mark and hit over 200 views on these videos as well, and maybe hit 20 likes on these videos, man. So, yeah, but let us know what you guys think of my predictions. I'm ultimately rolling with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and I'm going to roll with the Green Bay Packers. So let me know how you guys feel about these picks. I went 4 for 2 last week, so I'm hoping to go for a clean sweep this week. And if you guys like betting, follow us on Instagram or TikTok or Twitter for our Prize Picks Parlay segment, which will be coming out probably Friday or the day of, or Saturday, the day of the game. So, yeah. With that being said, it's your boy Cam, and I'll see you guys for the next one. Peace.